My parents called it just a get-together when I wasn't invited to my sister's anniversary party. I showed up anyway. Her kid slipped something into my backpack. I found it and froze. Then I quietly put it back in her jacket. 30 minutes later, the police showed up. My sister Heather has hated me since I was born. She's 6 years older, and from the day I came home from the hospital, I was the thing that ruined her life. That's what she told me when I was 8. You ruined everything. Mom and Dad love you more. I don't think that was ever true, but Heather believed it, and that was enough. She spent 20 years making sure I knew I wasn't wanted. She excluded me from trips. She whispered things about me to cousins at holidays. She told her friends I was unstable. But the worst thing she did was tell her husband I had a stealing problem. Jewelry, cash, a watch their grandmother gave her. None of it was true. Not once. But she said it so many times it became fact in their house. Her kids grew up hearing it. Her oldest, a 13-year-old named Bryce, once asked me at Thanksgiving why I steal things. I looked at Heather across the table. She just sipped her wine. Last month, I found out through my cousin that Heather was throwing a big anniversary party at my parents' house. 10 years married, 40 guests. I wasn't invited. When I asked Mom, she said, "Oh, it's just a small get-together. Your sister thought it would be better if you didn't come." But I went anyway. I didn't go to start a fight. I went because my parents' house is my parents' house, and if my family is going to exclude me, I want them to do it to my face. I walked in around 7. The backyard was set up with lights and tables and music. 40 people, catered, small get-together. Mom saw me first. Her face dropped. Dad looked up from the grill and his expression went hard. Heather was near the dessert table with her husband. I put my backpack by the back door where people leave their bags and jackets and went to say hi to my cousin. That's when I noticed Bryce. He was near the back door. He kept looking at me and then looking at my bag. He was hovering. I watched him from across the yard without turning my head. He unzipped my backpack, reached into his mom's jacket that was hanging on the chair next to it, pulled out a small velvet pouch, and dropped it into my bag. Then he zipped it up and walked away. My stomach turned. I waited 2 minutes. Then I walked to the back door like I was getting my phone. I opened my bag and found the pouch. Inside was a diamond bracelet. I knew exactly what was about to happen. Heather was going to announce the bracelet was missing. Someone would suggest checking bags. Mine would be searched. And every lie she'd ever told about me would be confirmed in front of 40 people. I zipped the pouch closed and slipped it into the inside pocket of Heather's jacket hanging right there on the chair. Then I closed my bag, grabbed my phone, and walked back to the yard. Dad found me first. "What the hell are you doing here? Nobody wants your face ruining this." Mom grabbed my arm. "Get out before I throw you out myself." Then Heather, with that fake smile she's been perfecting since she was 14. "You pathetic leech, always showing up where you're not wanted." I didn't say anything. Heather's husband told me I should leave. I said I'm going, but I didn't leave. I sat on the front porch and waited. About 20 minutes later, I heard Heather's voice from inside. "Has anyone seen my bracelet? It was in my jacket." I could hear the panic being performed. She was loud enough for the whole party to hear. Then she said it. "Check the bags. Someone could have taken it. Check everyone's bags." I heard shuffling. I heard zippers. Then silence. Then Heather's husband. "It's in your jacket, Heather. Inside pocket." More silence. Then Heather. "That's not possible. I didn't put it there. Someone moved it." Her voice was cracking. She started saying my name. She was here. She probably put it back after she took it. Check her bag. Someone opened my bag. Nothing. Heather started spiraling. She took it. I know she took it. She always steals from me. But there was nothing in my bag, and the bracelet was in Heather's own jacket. One of the guests called the police. Not because of me. Because Heather was screaming about theft and making a scene at her own party. The officers showed up and talked to a few people. They checked my bag. Empty. They found the bracelet in Heather's jacket. One officer asked Heather if she wanted to file a report. She said yes. "Against who, ma'am?" "Against my sister." The officer looked at me, then at the bag, then at the jacket. "Ma'am, the item is in your possession. There's no evidence of theft here." Heather lost it. She started screaming. Bryce was standing by the back door looking sick. He knew. I knew. Nobody else needed to know. I picked up my backpack and drove home. I'm still the one they don't invite.